been on?
The longest vacation I've ever been on?
Yeah.
Uh,
The longest you've ever had to pack for?
Honestly, probably when I was younger. In the summers, we'd go as soon as school ended. And like about June, we'd go and stay in Europe and go to different places until the end of August. So that's probably the longest, so like 2 to 3 months. But it wasn't. It was more of like just kind of living over there than it was a vacation. But yeah, that's probably the longest.
Is that, obviously you moved around in Europe, like you said, but in terms of, you didn't see it as vacation, you saw it as living somewhere. Is that kind of how you go into what you hope is a elongated stay in one location, like you're temporarily living there?
Yeah, I mean we're going with the mindset that we're going to be there for a while, until April 5th. So that's all we're locked into, and we understand what it means to do that, and we're going to be able to play as hard as we can, and hopefully we can make our trip an extended stay.
Matt Becker.
Luka, Gary started to get into this a little bit on Sunday, but now that you're officially the Sporting News Player of the Year for the second year in a row, you joined this list. The most recent guy to do what you just did is Michael Jordan. You also joined Bill Walton, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. I know Kareem, when you won that award last year and you got a shout out for him, that meant a lot to you. I'm sure this stuff probably doesn't get old. What does it mean to see your name on a list of people like that, and what does it mean to you? Because North Carolina in the 80s was the last school to have this. Now Iowa has somebody with this. What does it mean to you to help Iowa in that way too, with the notoriety that comes with this?
Oh, it means the world to me. I'm so thankful for this university, and it's the reason why I'm on that list, is because I came here to play for Coach and to play with this group of guys that we do have. So, I wouldn't be here without any of them. So I'm very thankful, and it's definitely something that's very awesome. And I think, when I'm older, I think it's going to be something to look back on and really be like, wow. But for right now, I'm just so focused on the games that we have to come, and we're hoping to play 9 games in 27 days. So that's my focus.
Mike Floss, go ahead.
Look, a year ago, when that day in Indianapolis, when the season got shut down and the world changed, what sticks in your mind from that day and the days that followed?
It was a crazy experience to have a whole season, and just out of the blue, there was really no closure to it. You usually end the season with someone ended your season, but it was something completely different. So it was a crazy experience. I felt bad for all our seniors who couldn't come back. That we were going to be in the tournament, and they got to miss out on that opportunity. I think it just provided our whole team with a lot of motivation going into this year, and to make sure that once we get back to Indy, we're going to make it count, and we're going to do something special.
Mark Emmerts.
Yeah, Luka, now that you've been Big Ten Player of the Year back-to-back years, was it more difficult this year? Did you see a little bit more exotic defenses on you? And I guess how were you able to pull that off 2 years in a row?
I think the reason I was able to do it is because of the group of guys that I played with, and because of Coach McCaffrey and his staff. With like I said, without them, that this would not be possible. So I'm very thankful to be in the position that I am at this university. But I think this year was definitely harder. I think the Big Ten was better, and it was really, really good last year, but it somehow got better, and we had a lot of great players, a lot of great teams, and I think it was different from last year, because last year going into the season, no one really expected what to expect from me. They didn't really know that I was going to play at the level that I did. But this year coming in, I had all those expectations, so I was already a marked guy in the league, and coaches already knew what they were going to try to do to stop me, and so it was definitely more of a challenge. But my whole focus the whole year was winning games, and we finished 14-6, which is the best we've done in the Big Ten since I've been here, and I'm very excited about that. And to be number 5 team in the country is awesome, and we're going to continue to work and push forward. But that's been the best part about it, is just our success winning.
Tom Kakert.
Hey, Luka. Back when you announced that you were coming back, a big part of it, the main part of it, was this month. This coming up, what's coming up. It's here now. It was off in the distance when you announced it. Now it's here. What are your kind of emotions going into this run that you're going to be going on right, starting when you get to Indianapolis tomorrow?
Yeah, I'm just really excited. I love to play the game of basketball, and there's no time better to play the game of basketball than in the month of March. So I'm very excited for this opportunity. I'm excited for all our guys, and I just want to make sure that I just play as hard as I can every single second that I'm out there, and hopefully that's enough to make sure that we make a run. And I think our team has developed so much over this year, and especially recently with our improved defense, that we're going to continue to work on that, and because we know that that's what's going to take us to where we want to go.
Scott Reister.
Hi, Luka. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Great, thank you. Your off-season workouts, whether it's in the ones you did in Hawaii or in DC with your dad and your trainers, I hear they're pretty intense. You do pretty much all day. You do a lot of extra stuff. How important is that for your development, and how hard is it to push through those long days and knowing it'll be worth it?
For me, it's not too hard. That's probably one of my favorite parts about just the game of basketball in general is just putting in that work. I love the feeling of doing that, and once you're done, and you're done working out, you just feel so much better. And that's I just I crave that part of the game, because I know the more I do that, the more I'm going to be able to be successful and help my team win. So it wasn't really hard to push through that, but that's important. That's why I'm here, is that I was able to commit to the game the way I did and the way I have and the way I will going forward. I'm just going to continue to work as hard as I can, because I know what hard work gets you, and so I'm just thankful for my dad that put me around a lot of good people to work me out, and obviously he worked me out as well. But growing up, he was always, if it wasn't my dad, he was putting me around some really good coach and great basketball mind to help me learn the game even more. So I'm continuing to do that. As I finish my college career and beyond, I'm going to continue to work as hard as I can and soak up as much knowledge as I can from the people that I'm around.
Josh Christensen.
Luka, before your career started, before you started scoring all those points, we were seeing you in the primetime league up in Waterloo. What are some things that you remember about playing in that league? I mean, did it even help you prepare for what to expect at Iowa or your time at Iowa? I mean, you were sort of an unknown. We didn't even know what to expect from you, and 4 years later.
Yeah, I mean, the primetime league was a bunch of fun. I definitely have some good memories from that. I unfortunately that year I wasn't able to play in the tournament championship because I got hurt or something like that. But I do remember some of the games. I think my first game was against Jack, I'm pretty sure, and we were battling. And I think we combined for like 79 points or something like that. It was me against him, and he was playing really well, and I was too. So that was a lot of fun. And I think the coolest part about it was to see Iowa fans just show up to a random gym in the summer to watch us kind of play pickup almost, and so that was really cool. And obviously it allowed me to kind of just grow with some of my teammates, and I think Macy Daly was my teammate, but also it's kind of crazy. Michael Bear was one of my teammates on my primetime league team, and he wasn't going to be on the Iowa team yet. He was going to be a manager, and I had no idea who he was. Obviously knew Nicholas, and then I got to know Michael through that, and now Michael's one of my roommates and best friends. So that's kind of crazy. But I definitely have a lot of fond memories from that time in the summer.
Chad Leistikow.
Hey, Luka, I know you know your basketball, and conventional wisdom, says Iowa's locked into a 2 seed no matter what happens this week. So I know it's teeing this up for you here, but what are you guys playing for this week?
We're playing for a Big Ten championship. That's been one of our goals for a very long time since I got here to the University of Iowa, and obviously, this whole year with coming back, it was one of the things that was forefront of my mind was to try to bring a Big Ten championship to Iowa City. So, we're really excited about our opportunity to be able to compete for that, and to be able to win it in this year with the teams that we have in the Big Ten and the players in this league, it would be unbelievable, and it will be an unbelievable feeling for whatever team actually ends up on top. So we're excited about the opportunity to be able to compete for that, and we're playing for a whole lot. I think obviously we know that the 2 seed is probably what we're going to get, but that's not something that's going to make us not play any harder. We're going to play as hard as we can, and because we want to win a Big Ten championship as much as we want to win a national championship.
Couple more here, Luka. Michael Bryant, go ahead.
Luka, your resume, probably one of the most decorated this program's seen with the national awards, certainly the ones that keep coming, a jersey retirement. With a month left in your collegiate career, what are you hoping that can be, in addition, on your resume, what you can write on there?
I'm hoping that we can have some amazing team success throughout this last run in this postseason. I think with not being able to have last year's postseason and not even having a freshman year really postseason besides the Big Ten tournament, I think this is an awesome opportunity that I've been looking forward to for a long time. So I'm very excited about the chance to lead this team to where we've been wanting to go since I stepped foot on this campus. So I'm excited about the opportunity, and I really hope that we just play the way we're capable of playing, and if we do that, I think we'll make it very far.
And final question comes from
Sorry, quickly, March is known for madness. I'm curious, have you hit a buzzer beater at some point in your career at any level?
Yeah, I hit one in high school. I had a buzzer beater. I was like a rebound. Someone missed a shot, I went and grabbed the rebound, and I put up like a jump hook off the glass and made it. So I haven't, and in college, obviously, I haven't hit like a buzzer beater, but I've hit some big shots over my time here. And I think in high school, we didn't have too many real. I don't remember really one opportunity for kind of like a buzzer beater that I had in high school and missed or anything like that. But I think it's always fun in those moments. You want to be the guy who has the ball in your hands, and for me, I just want to make sure that we take the best shot possible down the floor. So we have a lot of guys that can make shots, especially late games. So if we get in that situation, I have full confidence that whoever takes the shot is going to make it.
Thanks, Luka.
and Jeremy Wu.
Hey, Luka. Fran mentioned earlier, he was praising sort of like the levels to your determination, just sort of as a player to get better, from Big Ten offer, to being a Big Ten starter, that you're not satisfied, you won't be until you're an NBA player. Now, I know your focus is on the team right now, but just watching sort of the things you've added to your game over the years, has that been in the back of your mind, sort of how you can adapt to be a more versatile player at the professional level?
Definitely. I think, like you said, obviously my whole focus right now is on this team and what we can do in this postseason. But as a player, when I think about me transitioning to the professional level, I have no doubt in my mind that I'll be able to make it because I'm just going to work as hard as I can and do whatever I can and whatever a team needs to be successful. So whatever role that is, however I have to play. Obviously, I play a lot in the post in college, and that's something I love to do. But the game is kind of moving away from that in terms of the NBA. But I think I'm a good enough three-point threat to be able to score from the outside as well. And I'm just as confident in my outside game as I am in my inside game. But like I said, right now, the focus for me is being able to win in March.
Thanks.
Thanks,
Thank you.
Luka.